seated. This is LaShawn Porter, 21-13-29, violation of community control violation. Failed to report October 2, 9, and 16, and 23rd of 2025 and thereafter. Mr. Matthews.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Porter would waive his right to both a probable cause and final hearing, would enter a plea of guilty of violation.
Is that what you want to do?
Yes.
What's your plea to those allegations?
Yeah.
What is your plea?
Guilty.
Accept your guilty plea and find you guilty. Mr. Matthews?
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Porter is requesting to remain on community control.
Why?
Why?
He never shows up. He has spent, since he's been placed on probation, on March 11th of 22, which is 4 years and 4 months ago, he has spent a total, correct me if I'm wrong, Ms. Crook, of 1,073 days gone. As in, not reported, we didn't know where he was. So why in the world would I keep him on probation?
The request, I suppose, is made in two parts. One, Mr. Porter has never been to prison and certainly does not wish to go to prison.
Well, see, that's the problem, because he's here on an F3 burglary, and despite the fact that he was here on an F3 burglary, I put him on probation. When I sentenced him, he had done 3 days in jail. I gave him credit for the 3, placed some conditions on him for the purpose of giving him the opportunity to rehabilitate himself. It was March 11th. He's back here March 17th for a violation. Kept him on probation. Gave him more opportunities. Was here again last October for violation. Kept him on with more opportunities. And he promptly disappeared.
Your Honor, at this point, I know Mr. Porter does wish to address the court. He is also asking if his girlfriend be permitted to address the court as well.
All right, Mr. Porter, what do you want to tell me?
First and foremost, I apologize for the situation again. But
I mean, what does that mean, though?
I truly apologize. Like, the last time I was in your court, 2024 September, you told me to get myself together to rehabilitate myself. I've done that. I truly have. I went to CBCF, I completed it. Cuyahoga probation, I completed it. Cleveland Heights program, I completed it. I paid off Euclid. I don't have no more. None of that.
Where you been?
October 17th through the 18th to meet with ours. Me and my girl was outside having a good time. Long story short, she got shot in the back of her head, lost her sight. I asked my probation officer in the midst of those days while I was at the hospital with her, could he come down and see me or can he help me work with my time? He said he would. 3 days later, he issued out a warrant. No, I'm not going to lie, Your Honor, I felt as though it would have, excuse my language, I feel like a piece of shit if I left her in that hospital by herself. Her family, her mom, nobody was there for her. I took her into my custody. I'm the one that's nurturing her back. I'm the one that's helping her out. And in the meantime, me doing that, I'm not going to lie, I didn't have everything you asked me to do completed. February 27th, I got done with Euclid completely. I paid off everything. April, I got a job at Burger King. I'm the shift leader. I work 45 hours a week. I'm enrolled in school.
I see, I don't know any of this stuff. I know nothing about this stuff.
I promise you.
You promise me anything, but I don't know anything about it because you never show up.
I showed up.
No, you didn't show up. You have been gone out of these 4 years, almost 3 of them, completely gone. As in, we don't know where you are because you don't report.
Okay.
It's the 3rd time now for not reporting.
By September in 2024, the last time I saw you, I told you I tightened up, I changed, and I did, and I stand on that. As a man, I stand on that. The situation was not like the other 2 times. The first time I was a young, dumb kid. Second time I told you I'd get myself together. This is your time from seeing me from that time to last time. It's a lot didn't change. I know it was reported because I didn't show. I tried to plead with my PO to help me out. It wasn't that I didn't want to. I did this with flying colors. I asked you for this because I really...
Okay, that was 9 months ago.
Yes.
You claim you had these conversations with Dave Tompkins 9 months ago.
Yes.
So what happened to like 3 months ago? Why didn't you call him 3 months ago?
I sent an email. He wouldn't answer my calls. It got to a point he just stopped answering. And if I'm being honest, I just knew I knew I had the warrant. I understood it, but I figured if I do what you asked me to do, figure out everything, get the job, go to school, take care of myself, you will see the change that actually happened.
Okay.
It's not like the same young dumb kid you met me when I was 22
I see it. You tell me all this stuff, but there's nothing that tells me that other than you, because you don't show up.
Well, Your Honor, if you give me the chance, I will show you.
I gave you. Now this is your third time you've been here since I sentenced you.
Yes, you sentenced me at 22. I am 27 now. I'm a grown man with full responsibility as a man that I take. I accept every consequence of my actions as a man. And
No. See, you don't.
I do
okay?
now.
Well, so when the marshals came knocking at your door, you hid up in the bedroom for.
No, I didn't.
You did.
I didn't.
They didn't have to. They didn't have to come and search that house room by room.
No, I was upstairs asleep, Your Honor. I really just had surgery on my mouth. I got all my bottom tooth taken out. I was sedated and I was asleep. I didn't give them no problem when they came upstairs to get me. I gave them no problem. I never argued with them. I never did anything. They told me I had a warrant for my arrest. I said, okay, let's go. I never hid. There's no reason to hide from a marshal. I never hid. It was too early in the morning, and my daughter was in the bed with me. I didn't have to hide. I wasn't running. I really was taking care of my responsibilities.
You've been running for 4 years.
Yeah, you say that? Honestly. But the chance you gave me in September 2024, it showed me that you believed in me. And you gave me that opportunity as a man to correct myself, and I did. I spent 8 more months behind bars, 4 months behind bars in Cuyahoga County, and I spent another 4 months in CBCF. I corrected myself. I paid off everything you asked me to do. I tried to get the GED. I failed the program, relisted in school. I got the job. Warrant came in October. Couldn't get the license, but if you grant me the serenity and peace, I would do it. I would do everything. Your Honor, let me catch my breath. I know it's easy to see you probably just giving an opportunity to a kid that just keep messing up.
Well, listen, I don't mind when people mess up. People mess up all the time, okay? It's the ones who don't bother to show up. That's not messing up. That's just not giving a shit, not showing up.
I care.
That's not messing up.
I care a lot, and I showed you that I cared when I came here.
See, you tell me that, but I don't know that because you're never here.
Okay, this is what I was offering.
You told me you did this, you did that, you did the other thing, but there's no proof of that.
I get the paperwork, Your Honor. It's proof. I've done this. I really have. And I'm telling you, like, I work a full job, 45 hours a week. If you give me the chance to make the
Why
money,
are you putting your lawyer in a box over here? He don't know nothing about this stuff because you ain't been in touch with him and he don't have any of this stuff.
I sent him every email I could, and this is
okay. That's good. Okay, that's good. So he's got all the employment records from Burger King. He's got all the records from the CBCF. He's got all this stuff.
Not CBCF.
No, he doesn't have any of that stuff. All I have is you telling me that this stuff exists.
If you give me the opportunity, Your Honor, I would grab the paperwork for you, full-fledged in a week. Like I told my...
What do you think? I'm going to let you out of jail? If I was going to have you get those records, do you think I'm letting you out of jail?
The thing is,
I mean,
Your Honor,
you're like the road runner.
I'm not. I'm grown now. I'm not a child no more. I'll admit I was on some...
Then you got to stop acting like one.
I'm not anymore. And I'm telling you, I even asked him, if you give me the serenity, give me a week to just make the money. I'll pay for my own GPS, Joe. You can monitor me. I do drug tests 3 times a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, just to show you how serious I am. You could throw the books at me if I mess up, but I'm serious. I'm very serious that I worked so hard to get here. It's not like the last time when I just promised you, I've done it. It's done. I don't have no holes. I don't have no warrants. I cleared everything. I've done it.
Your Honor, he has a warrant through South Euclid that was issued March 31st of 2026.
I didn't know that.
For what? No, I'm asking you, for what? What could South Euclid have a warrant for you?
March. I was
What's
on inactive probation. I don't know.
You don't know.
I promise you I was on inactive probation. I was working.
What's it for?
For failing to appear for a hearing.
I promise you, Your Honor, I can strong my soul and my daughter's life. I did not know that. I would never said I don't have
Well, you knew
it.
you had a hearing, right?
No, I got.
How come you don't know any of this stuff?
I had, when I went to South Euclid, he gave me inactive probation. I didn't know I had any more court hearings or anything.
Well,
And-
whose responsibility is that?
It's mine, Your Honor,
Right.
it's mine. And March, can you repeat the date for me?
March 31st.
March 31st, 2026. Yeah, I really want to know, Your Honor. I didn't catch a new case. I haven't done anything. I don't catch new cases. So that is.
Well, it wasn't a new case. It was for not showing up for a hearing.
Yeah, but I wish I could get the paperwork and show you that I had inactive probation, and that's what we agreed to. And it's like, I don't know what else to say to you without tripping over my own words. And I really want you to see how much I've grown and changed, and I really did, Your Honor. I really did.
Well, then you should do that by showing up and showing me how much you've grown and changed.
Your Honor, if you give me the chance, I would buy my own bracelet. I don't have the money right now, but I could buy my own bracelet. You can monitor me. I do drug tests 3 times a week just to show you how much I've grown. It's like none of this. This is not me. That back there is me. That's what I'm proud of. This is not what I'm proud of. This is not who I am. After 4 years, you know me, I've never caught a new case. I've been fighting this same
Well,
case.
what was it? Why were you locked up in Cuyahoga then if you never caught a new case?
That was the gun charge I had before this. When you sentenced me, you told me.
What was that?
He completed the CBCF probation violation out of Cuyahoga County. So that offense was committed before he was placed on probation through this offense, and then that was through a probation violation, I believe, for this offense through Cuyahoga County. Because after he got out of the jail on his second probation violation, Cuyahoga County picked him up. And then he completed the CBCF and did not contact Dave when he got out. It took about 3 months to
And another
to
thing
get
about
him
that,
back in June of 25.
Judge Joan Sennenberg told me she was going to contact you to run this concurrent. And that is true, because when I completed the CBCF, my PO in Cuyahoga told me I was done with everything. So I was under the impression I was done with everything. David Tompkins did hit me up, tell me, hey, I need to see you before I issue out a warrant. And I was as shocked as ever, because I thought I was actually done with everything. And so when I went to Dave Tompkins, I was still working at Euclid Chemicals. I was still showing up. I was showing up. October was a rough month for me, and I will admit that. It got too bad for me. My feelings was everywhere. And if I'm being honest, I felt as though if I left her, I was going to lose her, and I don't want to lose her. And that was just that. I tried to work with my PO. I told him.
Yeah, you did.
I asked.
If you tried to work with your PO, okay, you'd have gotten in contact with him sometime in the last 9 months.
If you let my mother speak, I'm telling you, Your Honor, I tried to call. If I could pull a call, I tried. I sent emails on emails after the fact that she got shot. Just because at that time, I didn't know what I was doing.
I did just receive today emails between Mr. Porter and Dave Tompkins in the months of October and November of last year. So there was some communication, at least during those months.
And then we have December, January, February,
Yes.
March, April, May, June, July.
Yes. Well, at that point, Mr. Tompkins said, there's nothing else you could do, I just need to turn myself in.
Okay, why didn't you turn yourself in?
Because I didn't complete everything you asked me to, Your Honor. I didn't want to come to your courtroom in the same fashion I left 2 years ago. But while I'm in your courtroom this time, it's a lot that
So
changed.
what is it you had to do? What were you going to accomplish in the last 7 months that kept you from contacting Dave Tompkins?
It didn't keep me from contacting Dave Tompkins.
What did you want to do before you turned yourself in that you hadn't done yet?
I wanted to finish paying off Euclid. I wanted to get my GED. If I couldn't get my GED, I wanted to enroll in school, which I am. I wanted to get a full-time paying job, which I did. I wanted to clear up South Euclid, which I do, but I got to finish that as well.
Well, you didn't even know you had anything in South
Yeah,
so don't tell me that.
I wanted to show you, like, I changed. Like, you didn't get that opportunity.
Does your mom want to say something?
What?
You want to say
Do you want to say something?
I'm kind of like a little bit honestly confuzzled about South Euclid, because see, I gets the mail, we never got any mail.
All right. I mean, set South Euclid aside, okay?
Okay.
But what about all this stuff? He doesn't show up. He never shows up.
I'm not gonna lie, like, I have reached out to Dave Tompkins several times, and I mean, he told me that, LaShawn needed to contact him. So LaShawn was contacting him through email, and like, the past year's been rough at our house, I'm not gonna lie to you. It has been rough. And like I said, he got a full-time job, signed up for online school to get his GED and everything. He was scared. He don't want to lose his freedom or his daughter or Lonnie. So he was definitely trying to get himself together. That I can honestly say.
And that's what I want you to see around. This is not the same kid you met 4 years ago. This is a man now who's got 4 responsibilities, and I don't want to lose him. It's not that I'm scared to go to prison. Nobody want to go to prison. But it's like, if I lose everything I really worked for. I really worked excuse my language, I worked my ass off to get here. I had a lot of warrants, I had a lot of fees to pay off. Besides, South Euclid, like you said, other than that, I did it. I really did. I went through CBCL flying colors, I did it. I completed Cuyahoga with no problem. The only problem that I was having is she got shot. If that would have never happened, I would not be in your courtroom, and I can stamp that as a man. I was going to do it. I was going to complete this. That's why I asked for you to reinstate it, to show you it's not a fluke. This is not just because I want to go outside to my family. No, I want to change. I'm tired. I'm tired.
How long did you think you were going to continue to run and stay out there on the run? How long did you think that was going to last?
I didn't think it. If I'm being honest, my mom was I never thought of it. That's why when they came, it was like, okay, I'm ready. Everything done.
See,
but
that's not the report I get from the marshals.
But that's what I'm. You can watch the cameras.
Who else did they have to get out of the house after 45 minutes?
My friend.
Who?
Mario Williams.
Right.
But as I'm understanding, they came for him. And then I was like a bonus, but like I never gave them no problem. You can watch the camera footage. I came out, I put my pants on, I was literally asleep. They thought I was hiding, but it's like when they seen my face, they was like, you was asleep. I don't have to hide. Like, but my mind was so mentally disturbed off of that. Just alone, it's been hard to like even get back to who I am. I finally just getting back to who I am. She started finally to see colors now. At first she couldn't see nothing, and it was like, it's hard to say I didn't run when you can see I've been gone for 5+ months. So it's easy to say I didn't run. But
9
months.
Third time, right?
Yes, sir.
All your violations are you don't show up.
It's time management, yes.
Time management?
Yes.
Time management, you're just going like this. That's what you're doing.
No, that's what I did do.
Right.
I meant did, past tense. Yes,
3 times.
Past tense, yes, did do. But this third time is different. It wasn't like the 2 other times. I promise you it wasn't. I would have never even contacted Dave if I was still on the young minded stuff I was on before. I promise you. I contacted Dave to ask him for advice to help me out through this.
Dave's a very helpful guy.
He gave me advice. He showed me how to pay off my state ID, my fees, so I could get my driver's license. Paid that off. After a couple of days, she got shot. And if I'm being honest, that just put me in a dark spot for a minute.
Where you been staying?
I still stay in the same house. And all I'm asking you around is just to see the growth in me.
To see the what?
Growth.
I can't see it because you're never here.
If I can show you, I'm telling you, if you give me a chance, I will pay for my own break. You can watch everything 3 times a week, drugs. I don't care whatever. Just please don't take me from the stuff I built. And I can show you, I wear 2 bracelets. I ain't gonna run, I ain't gonna do nothing. I don't want to. I want to get back to that, back there, the stuff that I love. This is not what I love. This case was a genuine mistake from the jump. That's why I never caught another case. I'm not a criminal. I just messed up. Like you said, everybody messed up.
If it was a genuine mistake, it would have been easy to clear up, because if you had done what you were supposed to do, you would have been off probation almost 1.5 years ago.
I know, and that's what hurts.
But you're
the most.
not.
That's what hurts the most. It's because
But that's all in your control,
it is,
not in my control.
and that's what hurt it the most. Is when she got shot. I actually had an option to either leave her by herself or turn myself. And I'm not gonna lie around. I didn't want to lose her. I felt as though if I would have left her by herself, something bad probably would have even took
And when
place.
did that shooting happen?
October 17th through the 18th in a wee hour.
Okay, you didn't show up though, October 2nd, 9th, and 16th.
Second night.
October 2nd, October 9th, October 16th, you didn't show up.
Well, I showed up on the 2nd because I just came from work. I definitely showed up. And the next time I told him if you can push it back a little bit, I just need time management. I didn't have a ride at the time. And then the 16th, the wee hours until the 17th is when she got shot. And that's when I was asking for understanding. Can you help me out with time management? I asked could he come down and see me because I didn't have a way down there. Last time I tried to come, it was the 2nd when I got on the bus. And I barely just made it to him, but I made it. It's not a joke, Your Honor. This is serious. And I want you to see how serious I am. And you keep saying, you keep disappearing. I'm not disappearing. I'm not going to disappear. I wear 4 monitors if I got to. I piss test every day of the week if I got to.
That's great, except you would have been doing that all along had you showed up.
Yeah, but I was showing.
Then you could have proved to me you weren't using any drugs.
Then the drug thing, like I got a mouth disease. I don't know the proper name of it, like bronchitis. I don't know, but I got an infection all through my mouth. So that's causing all my teeth to rot out and fall out slow. Only got 4 teeth down here now. I just had a surgery last week. I get prescribed the oxycodone. I don't like pills. So the night that I got arrested, my mouth was throbbing, hurting. I got a hole in the back of my mouth that kills me every day, even while I've been here. I got a surgery. Hopefully I can probably get to it this week to get these removed. And they prescribed me oxycodone. I can show you, if my mom had the paperwork for it, I can show you that. But the weed, I sent him he told me to get a weed card. I sent that to my PO. Through the email, he knew I had one. So I thought we was good on that understanding. But honestly, in this point of life, I'm tired. I don't want it no more. I don't want nothing no more. I'm tired. I don't got the fight in me to keep doing this. I'm not like everybody in this jail cell telling me, like, yeah, he might send you to prison, he taught. All right, that's y'all. But like me, like, I don't want a new case. I don't even want to know what prison feels like. I spent 8 months behind bars that feel like 8 years.
8 months where?
4 months in Cuyahoga. 4 months at CBCF.
This is Courtney Craig, 25-15-31, violation of community control. Violation failed to submit to a urine sample. Well, first of all, found to be in possession of fake urine, May 11th. You understand that charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Unsuccessfully discharged from decision point, May 12th. You understand that charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Failed to submit to a urine sample, May 12th. You understand that charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Fatika?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I've discussed these matters with Mr. Craig. I anticipate that he's going to waive his final hearing and accept responsibility for his misconduct. We'd like to resolve the violations this afternoon.
Is that what you want to do?
Yes, Your Honor.
What's your plea to the allegations?
Guilty.
I'll accept your guilty plea and find you guilty, Mr. Fatica.
Judge, in my discussions with Mr. Craig over the course of the last 2 months, I've emphasized a sense of the importance of complying with the terms and conditions of probation. We're respectfully requesting the court consider continuing on community control sanctions, give him a chance to show you that he can follow directions and do what he's told.
All right, what's the problem?
With the urine,
Everything.
it'd just be hard for me to use the bathroom when I come in there.
Why'd you bring in fake urine?
It'd be hard for me to use the bathroom when I come in there.
Okay, so why did you bring in fake urine?
It wasn't fake urine.
It wasn't. What was it?
It was my urine.
It's the first one I've heard people bring in a bag of their own urine.
Oh no. I don't know. It'd just be hard for me to use the bathroom.
Why is it hard for you to use the bathroom?
I don't know. Like when he came in there that day, he told me to pee. Like I couldn't pee. Like I was trying. Like it just.
Why did you get kicked out of Decision Points?
Because they said I had a warrant for downtown.
Why did he get kicked out of Decision Point?
He was kicked out of Decision Point, showing up late, falling asleep in class, and not being prepared for class.
That's not what was discussed to me.
What?
They told me I was kicked out because I had a warrant.
You're not too interested in this whole probation thing, are you?
I am. I just didn't know. Like I ain't know the Decision Point was like that. I was doing my homework, though. I lost my folder. I told him I need a new folder. He ain't never give me another one.
No what?
I had lost my folder with the paper that he had to do the work on, and I told him I needed a new one.
You got a probation violation in Cuyahoga?
Yeah, failure
For
to
what?
appear.
Failure to appear. Why didn't you appear?
I missed the court date. I wasn't here.
Why does he have a probation violation in Cuyahoga?
Violation stems from him not reporting and having no contact with the probation department.
So it's not because he was in here?
He missed his court date that they scheduled for him because he wasn't there.
Right.
But he had the warrant
Prior to coming in here, for not showing up.
Correct.
Why don't you show up there?
My phone was broke today, so I called it right after I got my phone fixed. That's
You
why
got
I
an
the court
excuse
date.
for everything.
And
You
then-
got a story for everything and an excuse for the things you don't have a story for.
That's the truth, Your Honor.
It's not the truth that you brought your own fake urine in. It's not the truth. Nobody in the history of fake urine has brought their own urine in a bag. Where were you keeping it when you brought it in?
It was in my pants or in my shorts.
Why were you here that day?
I had a decision point.
And you brought fake urine in because you had a decision point thing?
No, you made me pee every decision point.
So every time you came here for a decision point, every time you came here, when you came here for your pre-sentence report, you brought urine in a bag?
No, Your Honor, it was like after I got to having to stay like 30 minutes after the decision point, or like having to stay in there for a minute. That's when I started doing it.
All right. Does he want to stay with this, John, or does he want to knock off the nonsense? What does he want to do?
Mark, could I have a minute?
All right. You don't think.
If you missed today's hearing or joined us near the end, here's what happened. This hearing focused on Lean Porter, who admitted violating the terms of his community control after repeatedly failing to report to probation. Instead of disputing the violation, Porter pleaded guilty and asked the court for one more opportunity to remain on probation rather than be sent to prison. Judge John P. O'Donnell questioned Porter at length about his history of missing appointments, noting that this wasn't the first violation, but part of a repeated pattern over several years. Porter told the court his life had changed, that he had completed treatment programs, found steady employment, enrolled in school, and was trying to build a better future. He also explained that his girlfriend had been shot, leaving him focused on caring for her during a difficult period, and argued that those circumstances contributed to his failure to report. The judge remained skeptical, pointing out that many of Porter's claims had never been documented because he stopped communicating with probation for months. Throughout the hearing, Judge O'Donnell emphasized that rehabilitation only works when someone consistently shows up, follows court orders, and remains accountable. Rather than immediately deciding whether to send Porter to prison, the judge chose to delay sentencing so he could speak with the probation officer and gather additional information about Porter's recent claims before making a final decision. Cases like this illustrate one of the most difficult decisions judges face. Community control is designed to give people an opportunity to rebuild their lives, but that opportunity also requires accountability. When someone claims they've changed but repeatedly fails to comply with the court's conditions, the judge must determine whether another chance is justified or whether the court's trust has finally run out.